Spirits Book, Intervention of Spirits in the Corporeal World, Part 10, Pacts with Spirits, Occult Power, Talismans, Benedictions, and Curses. We're delighted to have you here at UR Spirituality, our YouTube channel devoted to offering insightful content on spirituality. This is video 47 of the series dedicated to exploring and understanding the Spirits Book, a must-read for anyone interested in spirituality and spiritual growth. In our previous videos, we have been reviewing the chapter of the Spirits Book, named Intervention of Spirits in the Corporeal World. The purpose of this chapter is to explore and explain the various ways in which spirits interact with and influence the material or physical world. In this episode, we will discuss the last sections of this chapter. We will review questions 549 to 557 of the Spirits Book, covering Pacts with Spirits, Occult Power, Talismans, Benedictions, and Curses. Let's get started. Pacts with Spirits. In the world of spirits and their interactions with us, there are no actual written contracts or official deals with evil spirits, like you might have in business. Instead, it's more of an unspoken agreement between people with bad intentions and malevolent spirits. When someone wants to do something wicked, they naturally attract these bad spirits who are more than happy to help with their nasty plans. In return, these spirits expect the person to help them with their own evil deeds. It's not a formal agreement, but more like a mutual partnership in doing harm. The situation where people feel controlled by these evil spirits happens when they start thinking and acting on these wicked thoughts, not because of any written contracts. The whole idea of a pact is more like a symbol to explain the connection between a person with harmful intentions and these bad spirits. Now, when it comes to those old stories about people selling their souls to the devil for wealth or other gains, they aren't meant to be taken literally. They're like stories with a moral lesson. These tales are allegories, which means they have a deeper meaning. What they're trying to say is that when someone asks evil spirits for riches or worldly benefits, they're rebelling against the bigger plan that comes from a higher power. They're trying to avoid the important life lessons and challenges they were supposed to face during their time on Earth. This rebellion does have consequences, but it doesn't mean endless suffering. Instead, it signifies that their pursuit of material pleasures ties them to these not-so-nice spirits, creating an unspoken spiritual connection that can lead to their spiritual decline. But here's the uplifting part. With strong determination and the guidance of better, more positive spirits, they can break free from this harmful connection and choose a path that's more spiritually enriching. Occult Powers and Talismans. In the world of spiritism, the idea of casting spells or using magnetic influences on others takes on a unique interpretation, revealing insights into spiritual dynamics. The Spirits Book teaches us that some individuals indeed possess varying degrees of magnetic power, a force related to their spiritual development and moral character. These magnetic influences can be harnessed for both good and ill. Those with good intentions and moral purity can use their magnetic powers to help and heal others, often attracting the support of benevolent spirits who share their positive goals. This concept aligns with the idea that good spirits are drawn to those seeking to do good and provide assistance. Conversely, individuals with malicious intent can also tap into their magnetic power. By harboring negative thoughts and desires, they unintentionally draw the attention of lower, malevolent spirits willing to assist in harmful actions aligned with their intent. This illustrates the Spirits Book's principle that like attracts like, as spirits are drawn to those whose intentions and thoughts align with their own nature. However, it's vital to approach magical powers and magnetic influences with skepticism, as the Spirits Book stresses that such beliefs often stem from human imagination and superstition. Many accounts of magical powers and spells can be traced to imperfect observations and an incomplete understanding of natural laws. Furthermore, there is a fundamental question in this context. Can an individual, fueled by malicious intent and influenced by malevolent spirits, genuinely harm their neighbor? According to the Spirits Book, this is improbable due to divine intervention. The Spirits Book underscores the omnipotence and benevolence of God, teaching that nothing happens without divine will or permission. This includes the actions of spirits, whether benevolent or malevolent. It's believed that God, in His wisdom and justice, would not allow malevolent actions to succeed without a higher purpose. Thus, all actions are subject to divine justice. From this perspective, any attempt by a person, aided by malevolent spirits, to harm their neighbor would ultimately be thwarted by divine providence. This belief is rooted in the understanding that the divine plan encompasses the trials and challenges individuals face on their spiritual journey. Malevolent actions that cause harm may serve as lessons and trials but are ultimately subject to divine order. In addition, certain rituals and practices that claim to control spirits have no real effect and may make those who believe in them appear gullible. Spirits are not influenced by material objects. They respond to thoughts and intentions. When spirits seem to provide formulas or actions for so-called conjurations, it's often a form of mockery or amusement on their part. The idea of talismans is quite fascinating because it proposes that having strong faith in these objects could draw spirits closer. Nevertheless, the kind of spirit that gets drawn in depends on the person's inner intentions and their moral compass. In simple terms, if someone has good and noble intentions, they might attract kind and helpful spirits. Many people who put their trust in talismans are often looking for material benefits, like money or success, rather than thinking about doing what's right or morally sound. They are more interested in personal gain than being ethical or doing good deeds. Engaging in these practices, driven by a desire for material wealth or personal success, can make individuals vulnerable to spirits who aren't very evolved or can be a bit tricky in their ways. So, the spirits they attract might not always have the best intentions, which can lead to some unexpected and potentially unfavorable outcomes. It's kind of like opening a door without knowing exactly who's on the other side. Sorcerers, benedictions and curses. The term sorcerer is typically applied to individuals with extraordinary abilities like mesmerism or clairvoyance. History shows that many knowledgeable and gifted individuals have been misunderstood as sorcerers due to a lack of understanding. Some individuals indeed possess the ability to heal through touch, often associated with mesmerism. These cases are often linked to strong intentions and a desire to do good. Benevolent spirits may aid in the healing process. However, it's important to approach such accounts with caution, as they can be exaggerated by overly credulous or enthusiastic individuals who perceive the extraordinary in natural events. Finally, divine justice prevails concerning blessings and curses. God does not heed unjust curses, and those delivering them are considered wrong in the divine eye. Curses may appear to have temporary effects but can only occur with divine consent, serving as an additional trial for those targeted. Divine justice impacts the cursed person only if they are wicked and the blessed person only if they genuinely merit such protection, highlighting impartial cosmic justice. And this concludes our review of the Spirits Book chapter Intervention of Spirits in the Corporeal World. Thank you for joining us. We hope this overview sparked your interest and encouraged you to explore more about spirituality. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment and hit the notification bell for updates. In our next video we will start the chapter, Occupations and Missions of Spirits. See you again soon.